Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to another week in the life of running our dealership, NG Supercars.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, and this is our dealership, NG Supercars, and this week is, well, just like every other week, it's gonna be crazy.
This is crazy, this is crazy, this is crazy.
I thought it was going to be a fairly calm week going into the weekend. I didn't have that much crazy planned for this week. And of course, the week after, I'm flying out for Thanksgiving. This is my last chance to get some stuff done before Thanksgiving here at the shop. And then everything changed, as it seems to around here. So first off, on Friday, we had someone reach out to us that had been talking to us for a long time about consigning their car with us. And if you don't know, we now are offering remote consignments. And the way that that works is we will fly out to where your car is, we will perform a PPI, and then we're going to take all the pictures and get all the social media content that we need, and we're going to then fly home and market the car for you. So this is a great service. If you want to find out more about it, check out this link right here. It's awesome because it helps eliminate fraud and makes it a better experience for everyone. That being said, on Friday, someone wanted to try this out. So they're going to be our first remote consignment. And I had to work it out to when I could go visit them. And they're in St. Louis. For some reason, I was like, oh, I'm going to try and get out there maybe on like Wednesday. And I don't know what's going on in St. Louis next week, or I should say this week. But all the hotels near the airport were totally booked Tuesday, Wednesday, and I think Thursday. The rest of the time, they were super expensive. And like the rental car was almost $200. I was like, what in the world is going on? They must be having some sort of event or something in the area. I don't know what's going on, but I was like, crap, this is a problem. So I couldn't do it later in the week. I had to do it on Monday because that was literally the only day available for some of the hotels near the airport. So I'm going to be doing that today. We're going to be flying out to St. Louis, and then tomorrow morning we're going to be inspecting this car. And of course, then it's going to go up for sale once we get back and push all the content onto our website and all over social media and all that stuff. So that's going to be pretty cool. We're excited to try this out. We think it's going to be a great solution for helping people who want to sell their cars through us, but don't necessarily want to send their cars to us. And it also provides the buyers with peace of mind that we've already seen the car. We've had eyeballs on it. We've driven the car. We've made sure that it's a good car. Okay, so then I'm thinking, all right, that's fine. We'll fly out on Monday and Tuesday, and we'll have the rest of the week to kind of do stuff and get stuff done. Ha!
I'm fooling y'all now. I was fooling y'all. Those was jokes.
Yeah, No, that's not how it's going to play out, because there was this deal that we've been working on for, again, quite a while. We've been trying to help someone who wanted to sell a Ferrari F430. They wanted it at a price where it's not bad. It's a good price for the buyer, but it's not a price that we as a dealership can buy it at because there's not enough margin to take on that sort of risk, float the car for a while, pay interest on it, and so on and so on. But it is enough money where if someone buys it, they're getting a good price and he's getting a good price. So we were trying to hit up people on our list, which, by the way, if you want to get on the list, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. Let us know what specs you're interested in, any particular things that are must or must not haves, and we'll put you on the list. And then every time we get a car or are aware of a car, we send emails out and say, hey, do you want this or not? So I was sending out emails to people, seeing if anyone wanted it. And one of them, actually like 3 or 4 of them wanted it, but they hemmed and hawed, and the deal kind of dragged on for a while. Well, someone on Friday going into Saturday was very interested in it, hit us up, and they're like, I really want this car. Okay, so I got in touch with them, and we made the deal happen. So as part of that deal, we're flying out and checking out the car for him. So we're basically, as a part of this deal, we're going to check it out, and if it's good, then he's going to buy it. And if not, well, then he's going to get his deposit back. So he did give us a deposit because we want to make sure that he's serious, because obviously I'm not going to fly out there if someone's just like, hey, I really think I want it, and they have no skin in the game. Assuming the car is good, he gets we're going to keep the deposit. Assuming it's not good, we're going to give his deposit back. So basically it's a don't risk situation for him, assuming he really wants to buy this car. So I had to alter my flights and everything. Instead of flying back on Tuesday, I am now flying out to see this other car on Tuesday night. So then I'll be checking that car out Wednesday morning, and then finally flying back to Austin Wednesday night. So today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, I'm going to be flying around the country. I've got 6 flights over the next 3 days, going to 2 different cities and looking at 2 different cars. So I'm going to be exhausted. But hey, it's pretty cool because we're going to get some really interesting deals done and prove our experiment of doing the remote consignments. Now, to make it more interesting, if you've been watching the channel and seen some of the Thursday Night Lives, our friend Tyler is actually going to join me on the second half of the trip. He had reached out to me and said, hey, I've got some spare PTO. I want to do some traveling and whatever. Next time you're going somewhere interesting, let me know and maybe I'll come with you. So I hit him up on Saturday or maybe it was Sunday morning and said, hey, do you want to come? We're going to this place. And he said, sure. So he's actually flying out there. I'm going to meet him at the destination. We're going to hang out and check out this car together. And I don't know, maybe he'll help me take some pictures or whatever. So it'll be cool to have a second set of eyes. So that is currently what I'm planning to do this week. It's going to be crazy. So what is going on with the status of the shop? Well, this car should be going out the door, I think today. I'm not entirely sure. That car, we got the wheels back. You can see they've been repainted to silver. So their original color, those were black. We also changed out the fuel pumps. While we were changing out the fuel pumps, one of the little fittings for the fuel pump or the fuel tank, one of the rollover valves broke. So I had to order a new one of those. So it's disabled at the moment. We'll get that fixed soon. GT40 is for sale. Yeah, moving on. This car, we got pictures of it. We need to get it listed on the website. We'll do that very soon. My old 458, the shocks are in, the parts are in. Actually, yeah, the bolts are in. We had an issue with one of the shocks bound up, trying to adjust the height, so we need to find a solution to that, hopefully today before I go. The 911 Targa 4 GTS, we had someone interested in it. That deal fell through, so we need to get that listed on the website. I don't think it's going to last too long because it is such a cool spec. Paint has a PPF over all of it except for the A-pillars, so the rest of the body of the car has PPF, so the paint is in remarkably good condition. The 190E is here for Josh and our buddy Steven. The Roma should be shipping out sometime, hopefully this week, sometime soon. TTS is still here on consignment. Scott's old car we need to work on. It's probably, I keep saying it's gonna be the next week. It's not gonna be till after Thanksgiving. And the gray car, we actually got a deal for this over the weekend, so it's probably sold. I need to get the deposit. He's supposed to send that today, so I'll be on the lookout for that. Assuming we get the deposit, this car will be sold, or at least it's pending sale. We do have a Lamborghini Gallardo Spider that's supposed to be getting dropped off, I think, today. So I'm excited to see that. That'll be great. And then, you know, I bought new furniture for the office, and I got to the shop today, and this is what I was greeted with in our front driveway. I thought, you know, I understand that like sometimes moving large, heavy objects when you're a delivery person can be challenging, but they literally just threw it in the middle of the driveway. Like, they didn't even set it upright. They just like dumped it on the ground. I need to take pictures in case it's damaged. I mean, look at that. What the hell? I need to get that out of the box and make sure it's not damaged. Like it's that much harder to move it or, you know, back the truck up right up to the door, the extra 20 feet. No, let's just like throw it in the middle of the driveway because we're lazy as shit. That's I can only laugh because it's just like, oh my God, like, come on, dudes, like, use your brain. How high were you? Like, stop smoking the weed. All right, well, that's what's going on right now. I have a ton of crap I need to do before I get on my flight this afternoon. So I've only got like 4 or 5 hours to finish a bunch of crap. So let's get hoofing at it. I gotta do a bunch of computer work. I got to do a bunch of pictures. People want some pictures of stuff, paperwork, and blah, blah, blah. And apparently now I need to go rescue a chair because here's the other one. So I need to get those out of the boxes, make sure that they're not damaged, especially that one. It's just dumb stuff. The Lamborghini just arrived. So the blue car just went out the door. And then 10 minutes later, Lamborghini shows up. Perfect timing. But, geez, oh Pete's, it's already 11, and I have been doing so much shit already. It's been crazy. I had to take pictures of this car for an interested client. I've been trying to do paperwork. I've been trying to take care of both these cars going in and out. I need to get the panels off that car to get pictures of the under tray because someone's buying that car. They have the deposit on it. They just wanted to make sure that there was no oil leaks or anything like that. So I do that. I still have more paperwork to do. I still have more pictures to take. Good God. And all of this before I head out later today. My flight's at like 6. The good news is I don't have to leave till probably around like 3:30. All right. Okay, we got us a Gallardo. Nice. Alrighty. Okay, let's take a look at this Lamborghini now that it's here and in the shop. Quite a bit dirty. Oh yeah, so it's 2008. It's Rosso Vic. I have no idea. Never heard of that color. It is under 10,000 miles and it is in awesome shape. I found one small defect right here that can be polished out. So that's not a big deal. Like another one right there that can be polished out. Otherwise, I'm not seeing a whole lot of anything going on. Of course, it is dirty as hell. So we need to wash it and detail it and all that stuff. You can see she's dirty. I believe cat deletes because there's cats sitting in the front and some other parts right there. I don't know what parts those are in that box, but you've got a big old carbon fiber steering wheel. I think that might be aftermarket. That's my suspicion. You've got red piping on black seats, and you got red deviated stitching. 9,444 miles on it. Dang. Barely been driven. And this is from one of our favorite repeat customers or clients, I guess you would say, Al Toon. He's sold us, I don't know, I think this is the 4th car we bought from him. We're big fans of the stuff he sends us because they're always in excellent shape and really good cars. Man, I have been scrambling to do everything, trying to get ready to go. Greg, our friend, is coming here to pick up his old exhaust, and I need to get the under panels off of the Grigio Granito F430, so I'm gonna do that real quick before I do anything else, just so that we can get those pictures sent off to the guy who wants to buy this car, and then I can send him some paperwork. So I guess we'll do that next. Okay, had the bottom panel off on this car, inspected it for leaks, and there was no leaks, no anything. Actually, it's super clean. Engine mounts are fine, everything's fine. A couple of minor scrapes right here and some scratches right there on the diffuser, and otherwise the underside of this car is like really clean. This car was well taken care of. It does have scrape guards right here, you can see. Those are always a good idea, and some scrapes right here, but that's all super typical. I mean, pretty much none of these cars don't have some scrapes. I sent those off to the guy who gave the deposit, so I think he'll be very pleased with that. Yeah, that's just a good car. So I still have to do a few more things. Still scrambling to get stuff done before I have to go. It's already 12:30. I'll probably just eat when I get to the airport. It's just one of those days. I don't have time. All right, let's jump on the computer, do some paperwork. All right, YouTube, it's getting close to 3 o'clock. My flight's at 6. I'm gonna get there a little bit early because I'm just gonna settle in, work on the computer for a little while. That way I got some time to kill. And also that way I can grab some food because I'm hungry and I haven't had time to do anything today except run around like crazy. It's been absolutely a madhouse. I'm gonna go to the airport because I think I'll find it less stressful than being here right now because it's so damn busy. Let's head to the airport and catch our flight to St. Louis so that we can go check out a Ferrari F430 Spider tomorrow morning. Okay, I've got clear and TSA and all that crap so I can get through security pretty quick. But man, coming in the middle of the day as opposed to the 5 and 6 a.m. flights, so much more crowded, so much crazier. It's one of the big advantages of doing the super early flights is you do get in and out and have less crowds and stuff. It's just easier to deal with. Let's go to Sky Club, grab a bite, chill, and wait for the flight to Minneapolis first and then St. Louis later on.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Well, those are the 2 big international flights that go out of Austin every day. The BA flight to London and the KLM flight to Amsterdam. Other than that, I think there's 2 BA flights and then maybe a couple flights to like Mexico and stuff, but there's not really a ton of direct international flights. Well, anyway, we've got 4 minutes until I board, so let's head up to Minneapolis and catch our flight to St. Louis. I don't get into like 11:45. Still lives in Chicago, so we can still go up there once in a while.
Put up and count in your spare now. So lay it on me, child.
in Minneapolis, and we landed at C3. We got to go to F7. Ended up chatting with a lovely person the whole time. This woman was really fascinating, chatting about kids and stuff. So that was cool. Made the flight go by really fast, which is nice. Got about not quite 20 minutes until we start boarding, so we got a little bit of time. We're gonna be okay.
If our service is interrupted, we are out. Wait for that browsing and messaging.
YouTube, made it to St. Louis, 11:26. Not bad. A little bit earlier than I expected. I thought my flight was supposed to land at like 11:20, 11:30, and I figured another 10, 15 minutes or so to get over here at least, so I thought I'd be here closer to midnight, but I'll take it. So we're going to get up probably around like 6 something and grab breakfast and then go look at this Ferrari F430. I'm at the Marriott at the airport, and like I said, for some reason this place was completely booked up. I'm in a really basic room, like you can see it's really small. It was like $400, and that was the cheapest thing around. What the hell? Also, I got like a cheesy like room view of the pool, which is closed. Okay, well, I'm gonna go to bed. We'll see you guys in the morning. I'm tired. It's been a long day.
The next day.
Good morning, YouTube. It's now Tuesday, so let's go get some breakfast and check out this Ferrari F430 that we're going to be putting on a remote consignment, which is our first one ever, so I'm kind of excited to do this. It's going to be pretty cool. Got all of our stuff that we're going to check on, and we'll take a crap ton of pictures for y'all. I think this will be a really interesting way to do things, so if you're interested in doing a remote consignment, feel free to check out this. Go to that link and let us know. Email us, sales@normalguysupercar.com or sales@ngsupercars.com.
Six hours later.
All right, YouTube, we're at the airport, so we're gonna go check in, or well, I'm already checking. Let's go to the Sky Club, chill and grab a beer. Inspected the car, got it all pictured up, ready to go. Very, very nice 430. We're in SLC, made it, actually was a little late, like 5 minutes late, but we're at the Sky Club. We're gonna grab a quick bite. I've only got about 15 minutes before my flight, so I'm just gonna grab food and run. But just wanted to check out the Sky Club so we can see how it looks. Might be the best one yet. Good view, good food. 5 minutes. The gates here are spaced out really far. takes a while to get to places. I might be a little late, but I'll still make it. School, walking on the ramp. Alrighty, St. George, Utah, here we go. Alright, YouTube, it's 7:06. It's about 8 o'clock my time, so we're in Utah. We're in St. George, Utah, which is a place I didn't even know existed until this week. And I'm at this place called the Avenue or something hotel downtown, and it's actually, this room is shockingly very nice. It was like $260 a night, which was a few dollars more than the places around here, but it looks really nice. Like it's got this like gold flake wall, which is kind of cool, and like this very nice looking shower. Okay, like cabinets and stuff. But look at the room. This is like a pretty legit, like a super tall ceiling. Holy crap. And a little view of downtown. Okay, here you go. Yeah, today was very successful. The 430 that we checked out, really nice. And that was a great first consignment to do these remote consignments because the car had been washed. It was prepped, ready to go. The guy's a fan of the channel. He had a lift, so we could inspect it really well. We pulled off the bottom panels, got to test drive the car. Everything went very smoothly, and I actually finished a little bit quicker than I expected. I expected it to take 4 hours, and I got done in about 3.5. Part of that's because the test drive, I didn't need to go very far. The car was so nice also that it was like, yeah, it's a really, really, really good example. Anyway, we're going to be going and looking at a Ferrari 458 tomorrow. And this car, theoretically, is already sold. So we're doing a pass-through where basically someone wanted to sell this car, had a price that we didn't like. It was too close to a margin that we couldn't make money on. So we reached out to our list. Someone wanted it. They reached out about it and said they want it. So I'm going out there to inspect it. And if they do, then we're basically going to buy it and sell it immediately through the company. And we make a small margin on it, not enough for us to actually like buy the car kind of thing and keep it in inventory. So that's kind of how these things can work, where you get a really pretty good price that works out for everyone. Anywho, I'm going to chill, order some room service, and take a nap or go to sleep, and we'll see you in the morning.
The next day.
Well, good morning, YouTube. It's about 7 a.m. and look who's here. Yay! Tyler is, I don't know why. I was going to say an idiot, but Tyler decided to join us. So like a couple weeks ago, he's like, hey, when you go on some of these trips, let me know. I might try and join you on some of them. And so I was like, hey, I'm going to go to St. George, Utah. You want to go? And he's like, actually.
It worked out.
So
I'm here.
Anyway, we're getting breakfast at this swanky little restaurant in the hotel, and then we're gonna go check out this Ferrari 458, and that's the plan for the day. That's it. That's all we're doing today, and then flying home. You got any other plans?
Nope. Back in the airport at 1 p.m. So.
Yeah. He's got a flight at 1, and mine's not until 3. I don't know. I'll try and find something to do around here. All right, we're in the Chevy something SUV, and it's actually kind of pretty around here. It's daylight out. There's some like mesas or mountains or something over there, and it's a way bigger city than I expected. I didn't realize it was like 250,000 people in the metro. Wow, I thought it was like 10,000. No, it's like 100-something thousand. Cool.
Later.
All right, YouTube, through the magic of YouTube, it has been a little while, and we inspected the car, and it looks great, and everyone's happy. So we are doing a pass-through. So I'm going to do paperwork for both the buy and sell of the car once we get to the airport later today. So basically, the buyer is going to send us money. We're going to use that money to buy the car, and then immediately it's that buyer's car. So basically the car ends up being ours for a total of like 3.5 seconds. It just goes straight through us. This way, the title work comes from us, the paperwork, all that stuff. So it makes it easier for the buyer and the seller because they're both dealing with the dealership, which is kind of nice. So I have a flight at 3 and we have a couple hours to spare. So we're going to go to one of the state parks nearby that apparently has some canyons and waterfalls and stuff. So that sounds great. Like we got a little bit of time to kill, enough time that we can do that and then go to the airport and grab a bite before our flight. And I try to see if there's anything earlier, and there isn't. In fact, when I look to try and see if there's any other flights today, it was like, nope, nothing. 0 flights available. So that sucks. Well, I mean, other airlines there might be, but not through Delta. So whatever. I'm already booked. Let's just run with what we got. Wow, look at this beautiful drive we're on. Just fantastic. Man, it sucks being in a shitty rental car SUV right now. I really want to be in a fun car right now. My God, this is pretty. Nice roads out here in St. George, apparently. Because, good Lord, this is so pretty. Holy cow. I'm glad we had a little extra time today. This is nice. We never get extra time. Usually it's like hustle, hustle, run to the airport, hustle, hustle, run back, look at the car, run back to the airport. And just worked out that the only flights available were so late in the day that we have tons of time today. Wow, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. Good Lord, this is pretty. This is unbelievably pretty. So I think we might hike around a little bit. Well, the view here is insane. We were like, man, I had no idea.
Yeah.
It was so pretty out here. Wow.
And this close.
Yeah, like this is just right off downtown or right off St. George. It's called Snow Canyon. If you're ever in St. George, I would highly recommend taking a hike out here. It's a state park, and God, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And a bunch of volcanic rock. Holy cow, check this out, YouTube. It is, whoa. This is insane. Wow. How amazing is this? All right, whoever put the giant American flag in the middle of the state park, that's brilliant. It's so cool. I mean, that's some serious America shit right here. Oh yeah, America. Wow, it is so pretty here. I keep saying that, but my Lord. Wow, this is pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. You should definitely come here if you're in the area. All right, check this out. Look at the striations in the rock. Are you allowed to go on it? Okay, there's like a thing buried in the rock. Arrows pointing that way and that way. I think it's, where is it?
Right where you see the light.
Okay, so I guess we go this way. Okay, I didn't want to be one of those people like going off trail in the national park. I'm not going to be that guy. Good Lord, that is so cool. How in the hell does that form? Does someone, yeah, right? Some geologist watching the channel tell me how this happens? Because look at the lines. It's incredible. Look how gorgeous this is. Just absolutely phenomenal. I know it doesn't come up on camera nearly as good as it does in person, but believe me, this is just, look at all the striations and all the marks and everything on that rock. And then you got lava rock in the middle, and all that lava over there, Man, super cool. Alrighty, well, that was Snow Canyon State, or National Park. This is a national park, not a state park. And, well, we're gonna head to the airport. Tyler needs to catch his flight, and then mine's not for a few hours later. Wow, this was absolutely beautiful. What a great detour. I'm so glad we did this.
Eventually.
Okay, well, we're in Salt Lake City, 2:15. My flight's not till like 4 or something. Well, we board at 4 something, it leaves at 5, so I got like 3 hours. So let's go grab some beers at the Sky Club and just chill, do some work. all the flight boards are still down. Anyway, we've got about 5 minutes. Got to go to 8:05. Had a couple beers, had some dinner, and we'll catch this flight to Austin and get home probably about 10 o'clock tonight. Okay, we're in Austin. It's 9 o'clock on the dot. So I gotta drive home, gotta get out of here. And we'll do some stuff tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be bonkers. We've got 2 lifts being installed. We've got a car coming in. We've got lots of stuff going on. I'm going to shut up and go home, and we'll see you guys in the morning.
The next day.
All right, good morning, YouTube. It's Thursday, and I'm already frustrated, and I just got to the shop. It's about 9 a.m., and there is way too much going on today. It's one of those days where there's a 100% probability that not everything that needs to get done is going to get done today, so we're going to have to pick and choose. So what is going on today? Well, we have a client car coming here, and the client wants to try and have us do front brake pads and change the transmission oil while he waits. So he wants to go to a coffee shop. And I'll be honest, after this hassle, I don't think we'll ever agree to this again, just because it's putting way too much stress on us and all that crap. So sorry, cars just have to get dropped off if they're getting serviced, and you'll have to come get it when it's done. Not the client's fault. It's our fault for agreeing to do it. I thought that that lift was open, and it is not. So that's a problem. In fact, I specifically told Josh yesterday I need the 2-post lift, and it's not there. So I guess we're going to put the car that's coming on the 4-post lift, which is going to be more challenging because we're doing brakes. So it's less than ideal. And the reason we can't use that 2-post lift is because that 2-post lift is getting taken down in about 30 minutes. So we actually bought 2 more of the Olympic 2-post lifts, and they're going right here and right here because we like those ones better. This one, it just isn't working very well. We're not pleased with it. The symmetrical design does not work with Ferraris. You really have to have an asymmetrical 2-post lift for it to work with Ferraris. The arms are too long. You have like about a 1-inch margin of error of where to position the car to get it on the lifts. It's annoying. Well, you'll also notice that that car has no wheels on it. And actually at the moment, it doesn't have, it's got 1 shock. Not 2, 1. That's good. So that car has to get the shock installed and the wheels put on so that we can get that car off the lift and out of the way, because that's where the other 2-post lift is going. So that's just the morning. That's just what's going on immediately. Somewhere in there, I still have to do paperwork for the deal I just flew out to do. I still have to get the consignment car listed, which I guess that'll probably be one of the things that gets bumped until tomorrow, actually. Now I think about it, it's a lower priority. It's not an emergency. It can wait a day or 2. Oh, hey, you like that? We got Al Toon's jersey up on the wall. He signed it for us and all that. That's really cool. So we're going to scramble. I have to move a bunch of cars. We have to get these cars out of the way, and God, it's just... All right, well, I am not going to sit here and chat with you. I'm going to start hustling. Okay, I'm sweating. We had to move all these cars. This one we can't start right now because the rollover valve and the fuel tank's busted. Everything's moving around, got some space, and the lifts are here. So these guys are going to install these 2 lifts for us. It's going to probably take them half, 3/4 of the day. They're pretty fast. So now we just got to get that damn thing off and get it out of here. Still in just a shitty mood right now. I just need to get shit out of the way. Ugh. All right, YouTube, so we're doing some brakes and trans fluid on this Ferrari California, so I'm going to get hustling on it because, again, the customer is just chilling at a coffee shop waiting for us, so let's see if I can't blast through this in the next few hours. And Josh is trying to get this damn thing reassembled so we can get it off the lifts. Oh, they're not quite the same alignment? You're going to try and reuse them? Well, either way, it's asymmetric, so it's got to be twisted anyway.
So these are symmetric towers with asymmetric arms. It's not quite the same as that one.
Motherfucking shit. I ordered the wrong ones.
What's wrong?
All right, the lift's going in, and I got the oil, the transmission oil changed, and the front brake pads changed. So I'm gonna go take that for a test drive, and if it's all done, out the door it goes. Hooray! So getting ahead of the game today. Might actually get some of the stuff we want done today. All right, the lifts are getting close to done. Got Josh's car back on the ground. The Lamborghini is all detailed, so we can finally get that pictured and get that listed. I don't know when that'll happen. And my office is almost done. I gotta put up my whiteboard, but check it out. Got the Basotto Rampante carpet, and we got real seats. Oh my god, and they're comfortable. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here for an hour, maybe two, drink a beer. Actually, I can't because it's Thursday and we got Thursday Night Live, so I do have to go home fairly soon and get ready for the Thursday Night Live. But every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central, join us for Thursday Night Live. Also, if you haven't already, check out awitalian.com. There you can buy OEM parts for Ferraris. Use the code NGS10. It hooks you up with 10% off. And I believe they are having a Black Friday sale. If you use the code NGS10, it hooks you up with 15% off on Black Friday. So go do that. Do you like the chairs? I like them. They got kind of like a pseudo aviation / Texas vibe to it. It's kind of what I thought. I like it. It's nice. I have real furniture. And look at the carpet. How cool is that? Oh, I'm already making it get dirty. Yeah, it's going to be impossible to keep clean. Well, that's alright. It is what it is. Still got to finish up a few more things on the computer before we can wrap up the day. It's already almost 5. Almost there. Almost there. Alright, well, it's late in the day. I am going to go home. It is Thursday, so we'll see you on the Thursday Night Live. We'll keep wrenching on this car shortly. We got to check the secondary air. We're going to drill out the secondary air ports on the intake manifolds. And we got to still pull off on the exhaust manifold. And then we got to take the intake manifold off and try and get the butterflies to move freely, so we gotta lubricate them and stuff. So that's it for this week. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Check out normalguysupercar.com to get parts and services using code NGS10. It hooks you up with 10% off. And our dealership website, NG Supercars, which sucks. And we're working on building a new one. It should be done soon. I don't know when. It'll be done in 2026. How about that? Sometime. That's it for now. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. We're doing a lot of cool car stuff. If you want to stay tuned, it's gonna be sweet.